If you've ever been blindsided by someone you trusted, if you've ever felt small in a relationship you were trying to build, or laughed at in a moment that quietly shattered everything, hit like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Did you walk away when you should have? Or did you stay too long? Because this story, it's going to hit different. The first thing she did that night wasn't apologize. It wasn't laugh it off. It wasn't even look at me. The first thing she did was smile. Smile at me like I was already gone. And that's when I realized something most people never understand. Disrespect doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, dressed as a joke, wrapped in laughter, while everyone else pretends not to hear it. Let me take you back. I never expected a birthday party to be the place where an 8-month relationship died. In front of strangers. 8 months. Long enough to believe you're building something real. Long enough to hear future talk and mistake it for intention. Long enough to ignore the moments that make your stomach tighten because you don't want to seem insecure. Her name was Lauren. Not her real name, but it fits. Lauren was confident in a way that filled rooms. The kind of woman who didn't have to raise her voice to be noticed. She laughed easily, spoke quickly, moved through life like everything would work out. Because it always had. When we met, she made me feel chosen. At least, that's what I thought. Looking back, she spoke to everyone the same way. I just hadn't noticed yet. Her birthday fell on a Saturday. She rented an event space downtown. Nothing extravagant, but polished. Soft lighting, neutral colors, a DJ setting up near the wall. Long buffet tables with food she'd talked about for weeks. This night matters, she told me. Everyone important to me will be there. So I rearranged my schedule. Helped with planning. Showed up on time like I always did. She greeted me with a quick kiss. The kind that checks a box. Then she grabbed my arm. Come meet my friends, she said. A group of people I didn't recognize. Pulling me forward. College friends, apparently. Smiling faces. Curious eyes. I stepped forward, hand out, ready to introduce myself. That's when she laughed. Not a warm laugh. Not a nervous laugh. A theatrical laugh. The kind that demands attention. Oh, don't get the wrong idea, she said, waving her hand casually. He's just someone I'm seeing. Temporary. The word didn't echo. It sank. For half a second, no one reacted. Then came the awkward chuckles. Someone took a sip of their drink too fast. Someone else changed the subject, like it was muscle memory. I stood there, my hand still out. Temporary. Not my boyfriend. Not my partner. Not even we're seeing where it goes. Temporary. Like a placeholder. Like furniture she planned to replace. She wasn't even looking at me. She was watching them, measuring reactions. Like my role was part of the entertainment. And that's when something inside me went quiet. Not angry. Not loud. Clear. This wasn't a joke that went too far. This was the truth. Slipping out because she felt safe enough to say it. I lower my hand. The conversation continued around me, but I wasn't there anymore. I noticed everything. The music. The clink of glasses. The way my chest felt tight, but steady. I thought about the hours I'd spent helping her plan this night. The way I'd rearranged my life because this birthday mattered. I excused myself calmly. Walked toward the front of the venue. The event coordinator stood near the entrance, holding a tablet. Can I see the total bill? I asked. She looked confused, but showed it to me. Lauren had mentioned earlier that a few people were splitting costs. I did the math in my head. Took out my wallet. Paid my exact share in cash. No drama. No raised voice. Then I walked back. Lauren glanced at me like she expected me to smile and move on. Like I always did. I looked her in the eye. Didn't raise my voice. Didn't insult her. I said one sentence. Looks like the temporary part ends right now. Her smile vanished. What? She said, blinking. I didn't wait. I turned around and walked out. Behind me, I heard her call my name. Sharp. Panicked. I didn't stop. I got into my car. Started the engine. Drove away. My phone started ringing before I hit the main road. I let it ring. That night, I didn't feel broken. I felt clear. The silence in my apartment wasn't empty. It was sharp, clean, almost surgical. No tension buzzing in the air. No second guessing. Just quiet. The kind of quiet you don't get when someone leaves. You get it when something false disappears. My phone kept lighting up on the table. Lauren's name. Over and over. I didn't answer. Didn't read the messages. I already knew what they said. Confusion. Backtracking. Anger wrapped in apology. I blocked her number. One tap. Gone. People think strength comes from confrontation, from speeches, from saying the perfect thing. They're wrong. Strength is knowing when there's nothing left to say. I slept better than I had in months. Monday morning came fast. Coffee. Work. Routine. No dramatic miro moment. It was over. My body understood that before my mind did. At the office, Mark from accounting asked how my weekend was. Productive, I said. It was. Around lunchtime, Denise from reception walked over with a look that didn't belong on Monday. Ryan, there's someone here to see you. I already knew. Lauren stood in the lobby like she'd been dropped there from another world. Eyes red, makeup smudged just enough to show she'd cried. The confidence she wore so easily was gone. She rushed toward me. Ryan, please. Just listen. There's nothing to talk about, I said calmly. You need to leave. You can't throw away 8 months over one comment. I didn't, I replied. You did. She raised her voice. People started watching. That was always her move. Make it loud. Force emotion. I'm serious, I said. Leave, or I'll call security. Anger replaced desperation. So this is how you embarrass me? I didn't answer. I turned around and walked back to my desk. Denise handled the rest. Later, Mark leaned over. Rough, he said, but you look lighter. That word stayed with me. The messages didn't stop immediately. Unknown numbers. Social media requests. Friends telling me to be the bigger person. I blocked everyone. By Thursday, something strange happened. I noticed space. No coordinating schedules. No justifying choices. No drinking. I went to the gym because I wanted to. Watch what I wanted. Friday night, I met Jason for burgers at a place Lauren hated. She called you temporary? He asked. To your face. To a room, I said. He shook his head. That's not cold. That's calculated. He was right. All the little remarks I'd brushed off suddenly made sense. She never took me seriously. She never had to. Saturday morning, I signed up for a photography workshop. Lauren used to say hobbies only mattered if they impressed someone. Standing in line, I felt grounded. No anger, just mine. The instructor, Thomas, looked at my work. You've got a good eye, he said. After class, coffee with strangers who didn't measure my worth. That night, a message slipped through. She didn't mean it like that. I replied once. If that's what she needs to believe, let her. Blocked. What people don't tell you. Walking away cleanly makes others uncomfortable. They want drama. You give them silence. 3 weeks later, a man for the party sat across from me at lunch. She wasn't joking, he admitted. She'd been telling people you were temporary. Her ex had been coming. She was setting the stage. I wasn't angry. I was validated. That mattered. 7 weeks later, my photos hung in a gallery. Proof. Then I felt it. Lauren walked in. Smaller. Heavier. We stepped outside. I treated you like you were lucky to be with me, she said. That wasn't insecurity, I replied. That was control. She asked what to do now. You live with it, I said. Like I did. I went back inside. Sold a photo that night. Respect isn't loud. It's consistent. And the moment someone shows you who you are to them, believe them. If this story hit close to home, like the video, subscribe for more real relationship stories. And tell me in the comments. Backhand index pointing right, was walking away the right move? Or would you have handled it differently? Your voice matters.